I am going to do another deck upgrade video today. Today I'm going to be doing Vazi Negotiator. This deck is pretty special to me. It's the second deck I played on extra turns when I worked at Command Zone. It's special to me because... Wait, I'm trying to think of a good reason. You know what? All my decks are special to me, so, you know, it's hard, right? Like, I don't think I have a good reason why it's special, to be honest, it's just special. Why I like it, though, I think that's an easier question to answer. I like this deck because it accelerates games in interesting ways. So it kind of puts the game on my terms, like my tempo. And I think that's an important thing when, I don't know, maybe you want out of a game, or maybe you want to reward people for playing fair Magic or these kinds of things. So yeah, I like the play pattern of the deck. It's like give people treasures when they're behind, or give people treasures when they're ahead, and then make them more of the threat, and then have answers to deal with them. So the deck has a lot of ways to make treasures. And then it has a lot of instants to try to keep problematic players in check, either to clean up my own mess if I give treasure to the wrong person, or just to protect myself from strong combo decks that would win, like, regardless of whether or not I give them treasure. The deck kind of doesn't need like 95 of the cards. The win con is pretty much just Insurrection and one of its various forms. I love Insurrection. I think every red deck I have runs at least one Insurrection effect. I think it's such a fun way to win the game. Use other people's cards in the way they intended, but back in their faces. I think that's kind of funny. So yeah, it's you know, it just buys time until I can do Insurrection, and along the way I get to have crazy splashy turns. Like, the deck runs like Reshape the Earth, I think. It's like a 9 mana green sorcery that gets you 10 lands into play. There's my Insurrection. So yeah, it's got some really cool tempo swing turns where you're sitting on like 5 to 10 treasures and you do cool things, and then maybe people deal with you for a turn, and then you rebuild, and then you have another splashy turn, and maybe you get to have like 2 to 3 splashy turns throughout a game, and that's pretty cool. So that's sort of what I'm doing with this deck. For upgrades, what am I going to be looking at? I don't know, I think I'll just have to lay out the cards and see what I'm looking at, and then decide what I'm going to be doing with upgrades, because I like all the cards in the deck the way they work now. Like, I feel like everything's already kind of doing good, and I have a lot of cards that I might want to add here, so it's going to be a tricky upgrade, that's for sure, but that's kind of the nature of the beast. Sometimes you make some bad upgrades, sometimes you make good ones, and all I can really do is my best. So I'm going to start by putting all the lands in one pile, seeing if I'm around 35. If I'm over 35, I will probably be cutting a land, because 35 is just where I like to be. My curve is low in all my decks, so 35 is like kind of where I want to be. I don't think I have to be doing more. There's a lot of treasure ramp too, so it's not like I need a lot of like lands per se. I mean, obviously I want lands. I don't know if you see this, but I think I run all 3 bounce lands, and it's not like that crazy. I run Beseiju, I run a few MDFCs, and I think I run like probably Bajuga Bog. So bounce lands, you know, I think they serve that purpose. Also, yeah, because I am on 35, I think like having a bounce land is a nice supplement to what I'm doing. I guess I do have one ring as one of my 3 game changes in here. Yeah, I like that one. I think it's such a fun card. Anyway, That's all right. That's kind of the most mild take ever. Anyway, let me see how many lines we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 35. There we go. Yep. So won't have to be messing with the mana base. I could do a quick scan, see if I run the ones I should be for the gold lands. You know, I think there's 5 that you'd want in most decks with 3 or more colors. Right, I think the 5th would be like Path of Ancestry, and I don't really want tap land, so it would be Mana Confluence. So I guess I could be running Mana Confluence, but I think that's fine. I think that's an okay spread of mana fixing. Okay, so yeah, that's my 35 lands. I think now I'll go ramp as a pile to look at. I think anything that makes treasure, of course, is going to be ramp, but I'm probably going to have to parse out ramp from treasure and non-treasure ramp into like 2 separate piles, just to, because treasure making is like kind of such its own sort of beast in this deck. Maybe I could do like treasure makers under 3 and under mana wise, and then treasure makers. Yeah, I think if it's a treasure maker 3 or under, I'll count it as ramp. And I'll just have to like probably go back through and check that my piles makes like any sort of sense. Trying to see, where did I just put the... It's like a card draw. Oh yeah, Painful Truths and Heartwood Storyteller. I'm getting ahead of myself, making some piles I shouldn't really worry too much about. I think for now I should just focus on ramp. Ooh, this one's interesting because it's ramp and card draw. And I think if a thing has card draw, it should normally displace ramp in what its utility is serving. Okay, there's that. Novelist isn't ramp on its own. I can't do that. Man. Magda is a ramp, but only when my commander's in play. And I have Magda in another deck, and it's just not doing as much as I want, but I'll get to that later. I think I'll put that in a cut pile for now. Stone. Did I miss some of the big treasure makers? I got a little sidetracked. Viridian Rebel. There's few decks that can run this card, like, and make it be like good, and I think this is like the one deck you'd want Viridian Rebel in. Oh, maybe like a Yegra deck, the like thing that turns all things into food. This is like my explosive mana turn. Oh, 2 Rec Events. We love to see that. Just sometimes things like that pop up. It's a good thing about going through my deck, I guess. Okay, so yeah, there you have it. A lot of ramp, and then this is my more explosive ramp, and then now I'll do card draw, and then I'll count up those numbers in a bit. My commander also does have card draw, so that's something to think about. If a commander has card draw, that's huge. Like, Y'shtola decks technically don't even need card draw, right? Because Y'shtola is crazy card draw. But this one, it's a little bit trickier. I think it's not as like guaranteed of card draw as I would like. Like, this is ramp, but I'm gonna be cutting it, so yeah. And Devil Deadly Relic, Sting and Study, 1 ring, Wheel of Misfortune. Okay, so there's all that. I think removal would be the next pile to look at. Assassin's Trophy, Deflecting, SWAT, Chaos Warp. There's a lot of interaction, I guess, is more so than removal. A lot of interaction. Sudden Spoiling, Mayhem Devil, Deadly Rollick. These could just be like explosive cards. I don't know what you really call that. I guess I'm only running a couple fogs. Usually I run more. Obscuring Haze Fog. Do I run Tangle? Yeah, I do run Tangle. Good. Redirect Lightning. I don't know if I need a Redirect Lightning. Maybe. Pain 5 Life is hard in this deck. Insurrection. These are like my kind of like big explosive plays, I guess you could say. Mob Rule, Call for Aid, Insurrection, Profane Transfusion, Reshape the Earth, Crime Novelist, Reanimate, Eternal Witness, Wand of Wonder, Pinnacle Monk. It's like kind of recursion slash just like cards that are good, I guess. I don't know. I feel like Crime Novelist is kind of its own category. Yeah, so Wand of Wonder and Crime Novelist. This is kind of, I mean, this is like a pet card. This is not so much a pet card, it's just like a card you want in this kind of deck. But I can't call it ramp. So what am I doing? I think I just leave these two to their own devices. Like they won't be cut. Wand of Wonder might be cut actually. No, but I have so many treasures. I think this is a good thing to do with all the treasures I make, but also I have so many new cards I'm excited for, right? So I have to be considerate of that. And then I guess I should put both the MDFCs over here, because these two I feel like I'm rarely playing as lands. Like some MDFCs you're kind of happy to play it as a land. Disciple of Freyleaf, like yes, it's a great card, but I feel like it's rarer to see that played as Disciple of Freyleaf unless you're really hitting all your land drops. And then Balged Recovery, like, oh my god, such a great card. I don't know why I'm like hyping it up. Like obviously Regrowth isn't played and Balged Recovery is, so you know, yes it is played as a land, but I think I'm always happy to draw a Balged Recovery like after turn 6. Okay, let's count up the piles. Yeah, so for ramp I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 pieces of ramp. And out of those, let's see, 17 minus 17, that's just kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of the 17 also just make me treasure, which helps feed into my Vazi synergy. So that's kind of good. I feel like that's about where I want to be. Now, given that, are there any cuts I would like to make to this? Cheering Crowd is too cool. I don't think I can cut that. I don't know. I don't know about Prosperous Bandit. I feel like I don't play it as much as I'd like. Kane, I'm always happy to get this guy out. Duodrone's awesome. Yeah, I think it would just be Prosperous Bandit. Oh yeah, I was thinking maybe the Soulstone. Yeah. Like, yes, it's a great card. I get it. But I think if I'll have to look through my ads, of course, but I feel like I would be more happy to add a card to replace Soulstone if it's doing more for my deck than have a Soulstone just because it's a good card, right? Okay, so I'm looking at a pile that is ramp that is over 4 mana, so things that make treasure or otherwise. So obviously Mana Geyser, Reshape the Earth, these don't make treasure, but they're in this pile. Mana Geyser is a great card. That's gonna stay. Reshape the Earth, what was I saying? There have been a few games where I play it and it's like you can't like downplay it. You're now 10 lands richer, I guess. But I think as far as explosive turns go, like this is a great payoff. Knowing that if my payoff is like a Rise of the Dark Realms and a board wipe happens, well, you know, like what's the point? But at least with the Reshape the Earth, right, you now can just keep doing things. So, you know, I think it's just a better outcome to have that as a big splashy spell over something that can just be negated or like set back. Alchemist Talon, I think all the modes here are good, right? Double treasure, make treasure, spell from treasure does damage. Yeah, I think Alchemist Talon's great. Grim Hirelings, I mean, this and Facebreaker I feel like are only as good as the creature count, because my commander isn't going to be attacking. It's always, or pretty much always, going to be tapping. So I'll have to take a look. I think I have a pretty high creature count, which is why I added this back in. For a while it wasn't in the deck because of that reason. And then Facebreaker being on 3 I think makes it more realistic than 4 mana Grim Hireling, because by the time you're doing 4 mana things, it's not, it needs to be doing well. Like there needs to be a creature to attack with besides Grim Hireling. You would ideally want to play it and attack with another creature. Versus Facebreaker, you can play it on 3 and it's fine, but yeah, that's the thinking there. But it's so good because 2 treasures, and it has that ability to always just like use it as removal too. Old Gnawbone and Ancient Copper Dragon, these are other ones that like I used to not have in the deck, because like the deck doesn't need to make a lot of treasures to give someone with Vazi. Like sometimes just tapping Vazi and giving someone 2 treasures is enough. Giving them like 15 treasures, yeah, it's kind of fun. And I'm not opposed, but it's more just like, I don't think, you know why they do work in the deck is like, what you can do is be like, play this or this, go to combat, someone postures like they have removal, and you say, hey, you know what, you don't use your removal, I'll tap Vazi and give you all the treasures. And usually their greed will win out and you'll get the treasures, and then you can do cool things, and then sure, they can still use their removal to deal with you, but at least you got to do your cool thing. So I think that's kind of fun. And then if you make a deal with someone and you would give them treasures, but then someone else steps in, uses their removal, well, now the person that didn't use their removal on this is going to use their removal on the person that used their removal on this. So it just kind of makes a fun, messy board dynamic, and I think that is kind of a good reason to keep these guys in, even though they're like so telegraphed, especially Ancient Copper Dragon. Like if you can't give Ancient Copper Dragon haste, like what are you doing except what I just said you're doing? Like that's just that. You know, actually, okay, I'm talking in circles here, but I think Ancient Copper Dragon's going to go for that reason, just a little too telegraphed. I don't want to waste the 6 mana, but Old Gnawbone can stay because it doesn't require itself to attack. You can attack with other things. Inspired Tinkering always feels good to play. Always feels good to play. It's like a slightly fairer Jeska's Will in a sense, but then you get the treasures. I guess like it's okay, comparing it to Jeska's Will is like not really fair, because like Jeska's Will you need to have your commander in play to get both modes. This one you get both modes in the sense of you get the 3 treasures and you get the top 3 cards. So you're always going to get the top 3, and then you don't have to worry about like asking how many cards people have in hand. So yeah, it's 2 more mana, but I think it's kind of neat. Also, you get until the end of next turn, so you get more time to play the cards, which I think is cool. Revel in Riches, yeah, I think, you know, I've won with the treasure thing before, and of course it definitely feels bad to be like, don't worry about this, it's just giving me treasure, because there is always the option or the possibility that you could win with it. But I think I'm speaking for like all players who run Revel in Riches when I say we're not running it for the win con aspect of the card. We just want to have treasures, right? So is 5 mana too steep for that effect? No. Whenever a creature dies, you get treasure. That's awesome. Like that's doing what Spiteful Banditry does, right? And Spiteful Banditry only triggers once a turn. So I think that's better, because if someone does a combat and the creatures trade, then you get 2 treasures versus 1 off Spiteful Banditry. Yeah, so that's that. I mean, yeah, I think redundancy is the point. Like it is kind of costly, but yeah, so that might stay in. When I get to the point where I'm gonna look at cutting this, I'll just have to like pair it up against what I'm adding to the deck and see if there's anything better than Revel in Riches, and I feel like there just won't be. Like that just doesn't seem possible. RMS Titanic requiring the crew 3 is tough. Yeah, I think that's too tough. And you don't. You're banking on getting the 7 trample over. Like, I mean, it's not like impossible. So, it is 7 treasures. Like, that's kind of sick. But you have to crew another creature. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in this pile for now. Goldspan Dragon's great. Knuckles is great. This card's cool. Board wipe that also gives treasure. So, yeah, cool. So that's my like over 3 mana ramp pile. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards there. And then card draw. I probably won't be touching the card draw pile. This deck is very bad at drawing cards, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll just go through it. We have a Valakut Awakening, a Wheel of Misfortune, the One Ring, Stinging Study, which draws 5 cards in this deck. It's not bad. At instant speed too. Wheel of Fortune, Keen Duelist, kind of the group huggy aspect of the deck. It's not a group hug deck though. Like, no deck is a group hug deck, okay? Every group hug deck is there, especially in bracket 3, because it is going to win the game just like every other deck. So that's just how it goes. Anyways, yeah, Keen Duelist, just like I guess the point is it's card draw that doesn't put all the heat on me, so that's kind of what's up with that. Viridian Revel, Black Market Connections, Heartwood Storyteller, because with all the treasure flying around, it just kind of like adds to the mayhem. It's sort of a chaos that I feel like with all this interaction I should be able to control. So yeah, that's why I like Heartwood Storyteller in this deck. I tried to put it in like every green deck, and it just wasn't, it was doing too much, I think. But this one I feel like I can kind of keep above the chaos a bit, so I'm gonna leave it in for now. And then Painful Truths, draw 3 cards, because you can use treasures to pay into it, so it's just a good draw 3 for 3 mana. Okay, my interaction suite, how many cards do I have here? Do I even count draw? I think the point is I'm keeping them all. I probably want more. 4, I always want more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, 10. Not enough. Okay, Rakdos Charm's great, Terra Sunder's great, Redirect Lightning's probably gonna go, Tangle's gonna stay, Obscuring Haze is gonna stay, Fog is gonna stay, Nature's Claim might go, Deadly Rollick's gonna stay, Mayhem Devils maybe gonna go. It's just too powerful. It won't survive a rotation, I don't think, and the point of Mayhem Devil, I think, like at its best, is that you're using it to kind of show the table, I can help you guys deal with little things, but this is more like 1 turn at best, and then people will just kill it. So yeah, Mayhem Devil's probably gonna go. Sudden Spoiling, I feel like it's getting worse and worse with time. I don't know, there used to be a time where Sudden Spoiling always did what I wanted. I feel like lately I'd rather just have like a Fog or a Tangle like I already have, so that might go. Beast Within's gonna stay, Chaos Warp is gonna stay, Deflecting Swat's gonna stay, and Assassin's Trophy's gonna stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm left with 10, potentially cutting 3 or 4 pieces of interaction. Means I better be adding some, else what am I doing? It's like kind of a finisher pile here, but no, yeah, this is more, okay, Praetor's Council goes with Recursion. Profane Transfusion's not so much as finisher as a stabilizer, I would say. Same with Call for Aid. I don't think I've ever won with a Call for Aid. These are just like good stabilizers. Mob Rule and Insurrection for sure finishers. Yeah, but I still will leave this in. This one, we'll see, because I know I have a Rise of the Dark Realms in the ad pile, and I might rather have that over this. But I do love the swapping life totals option. I think it's really cool. There's also Repay in Kind, which does a similar function by putting everyone's life total low. But I like that this one swaps. I think in this deck specifically, swapping's better than putting everyone low. So yeah, that's overview. Oh yeah, and then just this stuff I think makes sense then, keeping them all. Oh, you know, I think I have 36 lanes actually, because Pinnacle Monk. Balgad and that. But I think the point is, all three of the MDFCs are like really good. Like the fact that I didn't even think of this as an MDFC shows like I'd really rather play this as a creature. Yeah, so reanimate you, all good stuff. And then crime log stays. So I have a good chunk that could be cuts. The thing is, I don't know if these all are going to be cuts. But yeah, so I think we're looking at the potential adds. I'm just gonna lay them all out and then kind of go through what I was thinking. Treasure Hunter, Great Henge, Craft Titan, Enforcer, Bolt Band, Bloodroot Apothecary, Cavern Dragon, Mastermind Plum. Well, Reanimate I already have, so. Okay, Rampant Growth and Farseek. Tempting Contract, Bucknard's Everfull Purse, Glasses of Urza, Party Dude, Corvold, Broadcast Takeover, Hit the Motherlode, Persist. Oh my god, there's too many cards. Goldvein Hydra, Village Peddlers, Hall of Gemstones, Rise of the Dark Realms, Abrupt Decay, Bloom Tender, Fork, Word of Command, Parker Luck, Eventide's Shadow, Obsessive Pursuit, Crystalline Crawler, Cleopatra, Exiled Pharaoh, Culling Ritual, Ignoble Hierarch. I think I'm already running that, but I don't know what other Jund deck I'm supposed to put this in because I only have one. And then Evolution Witness. Okay. So these are all the adds. Man, there's a lot of really fun looking cards here. This is gonna be tough. Oh boy. What do I do now? Oh my god. What do I do now? I'm gonna pull out some cards that I probably don't actually want in this deck upon seeing them here and decide if that is true or if I'm baiting myself. Okay, here's all the ones that I'm gonna have to do a second take on. Hit the Motherlode, discover 10. If the discover card's mana value is less than 10, create a number of tap treasure tokens equal to the difference. So why might I would not want this? Well, I'm already running 10 potentially more interaction pieces, so I would hate to do this and then flip into like an interaction piece that but you can keep them in your hand with discover. You don't have to cast it immediately. Yeah, then they would still know I have it. Also, the other things I would get, like just like a 3 mana ramp spell. Like, look, I have 17, like 2 or 3 or less mana ramp spells. Like, I don't know if I want 7 tap treasures. That's kind of bad to tap out and get tap treasures and then tap Vazi and give someone treasures and be tapped out. So that's sort of the thinking behind why this one might not be a good splashy card. Because in Rise of the Dark Realm, it's like almost the same mana. I'd rather just do that on the turn. I would be doing this. Okay, Broadcast Takeover. You can gain control of all artifacts, which would cause people to sack their treasures, because otherwise you get them. And then you just get everything else along with it. I guess the thing is, I think this is cool in a deck where you have a lot of artifact ramp of your own, but I don't have a lot of artifact ramp of my own. So I would just be banking on my opponents having it, and there's just not enough of a guarantee for that, I think. And I don't really need all my opponents to like sack their treasures or go into panic mode. Like I used to run Meltdown, which is 1 mana, do the same. Like you just pay 1 mana, X is 0, and you kill all treasures. But I found that I was over paranoid, I guess, and assuming that like they had a thing for it and they didn't. So yeah. This one, I feel like it's just too much of a reminder to be like, hey, you have that purse, you should use it. I don't want to be like nagging people to do something that I think is like my deck I feel like is like kind of a fun deck and like kind of like a funky deck, and I don't want to be like undermining that by being like, you use my purse. Like, roll a dice already, pass it. So yeah, that's what's up with that. I did run this card for a bit. That's sort of what was happening. Eventide Shadow, this is a new one. Remove any number of counters from among permanents on the battlefield. Draw cards and lose life equal to the number of counters removed this way. So the thinking is with Vazi, I do like to put counters on other people's creatures. The thinking there is that if I buff up someone else's creature that's not my own, like a 4/4 versus a 5/5, like it's still the same to me. Like I really do not care if your creature is one bigger, and if anything, it just makes other people like kind of look at that in a new way. If they're like, huh, why is he pumping up that creature? Now it's maybe they're looking at it closer, realizing, oh yeah, that creature is pretty scary, and then maybe they'll remove it, as opposed to Vazi. So buffing up Vazi, like that just makes people want to kill Vazi more, and why would I want people to kill Vazi more if like that's one of my only card draw sources? So yeah, to that end, if I'm putting counters on other people's creatures, well, I can remove them with this and draw cards. But I don't really think I care, once again, that much about them being that big. And that's kind of a lot to ask, that like, one, I have Vazi, 2, it triggers enough that I get to put a lot of counters on things, and 3, I have 5 mana and won't be stopped in casting this card to draw a bunch of cards. Like, it's a lot of hoops. Tempting Contract, no one takes the tempt, so I don't really know if that is gonna do what I want. Bloodroot Apothecary, why would they infect themselves out? They wouldn't, right? So what it says, whenever an opponent sacks a treasure, a non-creature token, they get 2 poison counters. They're just not gonna sack their treasures, and I want them to sack their treasures because I want to draw cards. So yeah, but I think the cool thing is it does make you a treasure, and it gives an opponent a treasure. So for that ability, I think it's good. For the poison counter ability, I think it's bad, but I think the bad outweighs the good here. So I'm not gonna add that. Cavern Horde Dragon. Both parts of this just don't do, like in isolation maybe they're good, but I don't know, man. So it's 9 mana to cast, but then it costs less for X's number of artifacts and opponent controls. The cool thing about this is you cast it, so like them sacking treasures doesn't retroactively mean you'd need to pay more mana to cast it. So you could get this out for 2 mana, and yes, it does have haste, but then yeah, they'll just sack their treasures before you get treasures. So I don't know if Cavern Horde Dragon's like that good, actually. It's not like, I don't know, like compared to some of the other cards I'm gonna add, that's what I mean. Word of Command. I have another deck I'm gonna add Word of Command to, and I don't know if I want it to be this one. But I do think Word of Command is a sweet card, and there are some decks that I do think it would be good in. You can't make them, so the reason it might be good in this deck is because they'd have treasures, but you can't actually, I don't think you can make them use treasures or artifacts to cast a spell. You can only use lands, force them to tap their lands. So in a way it's kind of good, because the best time to use Word of Command is after upkeep, before draw, when an opponent has less cards in their hand than they otherwise would. Or you could do it after they draw for turn, but the important thing is you do it before their first main phase. And then you would force them to tap all their mana, even if they don't have an instant they could cast. Because you can only cast, I think, things that have timing abilities. Like you can only do instants if you do that in that time frame. But yeah, so the reason you don't do it in first main is because then they go to first main and they would lose all the mana they had floating when you did it in their draw phase. So yeah, and then I guess they would go to main phase and then they'd have no floating mana, and then yeah, then you would then they could only use their treasures to cast their spells, hence trigger, you get to do stuff with Vazi and draw cards. So it's kind of cool, but it's like kind of a mean card too. And this is kind of a responsive control deck, not like an instigating control deck. So fork might be better in that regard, but there's too many times I just sit with a fork all game and don't have anything to do with it. So I don't know if I want to have a fork in this deck. Like the best time to use a fork as a, like pretty much all the time is when someone casts like a Rampant Growth or a Farseek and then you just fork it early in the game and it puts you up a land too. Bullpen I think is better than Redirect Lightning in this deck because Vazi is a 3/3, so you put 1 counter on Vazi like the first time it triggers, and then now you just will always have a 1 mana Bullpen. But I'm already running Deflecting Swat, and I don't know if I want to have 2 of those effects. Okay, Lock, Treasure Hunter. I don't know why I'm focusing so much on the cards I'm not going to add. I guess it's just to show like, yeah, what the deck is doing better. But yeah, sorry if it's too much of a tangent. Too bad. Okay, so Lock, Treasure Hunter. It would fall into that 3 mana or less ramp category. When it attacks, each player mills the card. If a land card was milled this way, create a treasure. Until end of turn, you may cast a spell from among those cards. Land card was milled this way. So at most, you could only get 1 treasure. It will probably be unblockable on the right player. Those 3 mana get a treasure. You know, I might keep this guy around. I guess Prosperous Bandit is kind of same. Prosperous Bandit, like, so it's kind of at that level. Hall of Gemstones. I mean, I would love to run Blood Moon. I feel like this is a more fair Blood Moon, but I don't know if I'm allowed to run that in bracket 3 because it is kind of like land denial in a way, so I might not be able to. Also, I had one game where I did play this and it made my life harder than everyone else's, and so I was like, okay, I don't know if I want to do this. Persist. Return target non-legendary creature card. I think I have too many legendaries in this deck. Crystalline Crawler. I don't think I want to be putting the counters on Crystalline Crawler. Like, there's too many other creatures in play that I'd like to be, every time Vazi triggers, like doing it. Plus the incremental, like 1 mana isn't as good as I would hope it would be. So yeah, but I will say with the new Strixhaven set coming out, I bet this card might go up in money. So keep an eye out for Crystalline Crawler with all this Converge stuff happening. Alright, so these I'm gonna rule out already. I'm pretty sure I don't want to run them. Now let's do the flip side. Which cards am I most excited to add? Which cards am I most excited to add? What's this one again? When this creature enters, it deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. When an opponent controls dies, with a counter on it dies, you create a tap treasure token. Right. So it's doing 2 things. One, if it wipes all the 1 mana creatures, because 1 damage with Wither is -1 counters. So it will put a counter on every creature in play. I think that's kind of cool. And then also with my commander, creatures will +1 counters. I guess the anti-synergy here is if a creature had a +1 counter and I'm putting a -1, that'll net be a 0. But I think I want to find out if this is a mistake by running it and then go from there. Village Pillagers I'm pretty excited about. Great Henge, I think, as I said, more card draw is always going to be good. This deck does seem to be running a lot of creatures. I think Bloom Tender will be nice to have. I played on 2, 3, I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. I still wouldn't get Vazi out till turn 4 maybe, if this was the only ramp I had in my hand. But I think a lot of the creatures are red. So then if I play Bloom Tender on 2 and then turn 3 I play a red creature and then it taps for 2, then I could play another red creature. I think that'll be a nice accelerant. What else should we look at here? Corvold, more card draw. I never thought about it till recently, but yeah, I feel like this will be a nice way to draw a lot of cards just on like 1 turn, and then everyone's gonna kill Corvold, and that's fine. Like, I'm running Stinging Study, and I feel like Corvold will probably draw me the same amount of cards as Stinging Study in like 1 turn, and that's sort of what I want out of having this. I did run this guy for a bit, and I cut him. I think I was too critical about the first ability, but I don't really care about that. It's more when I cast a spell, mana from treasure was meant to cast it, I draw a card and I lose a life. I think that's really good in this deck, because if people aren't doing what I want with Vazi, then at least I'll always be able to. Oh, I remember now. I was really excited about this. I recently just got like 4 proxies of Glasses of Urza. Dude, I'm really thinking this is the future of Magic right here. Glasses of Urza. Like, I really am excited to play this card. So I'm gonna put that in. I don't know yet if I'm gonna ask them to reveal it or just tell me. I think it depends on how scary they are, maybe, or just like what I'm feeling. But yeah, I think having knowledge of what people have in cards in hand, especially like over spell table, when like I don't have an indication of body language or where they're looking on the board, like it's good to know what's in their hand, just like to add to the threat assessment I would already be doing. I think Culling Writ is interesting because it will get rid of treasures in a way, because they'll have to sack the treasures with this on the stack, but it's more so just like it will let me have an explosive turn in the same way like Mana Geyser will. I think this is another one I used to run and then I cut because I felt like it was too mean at some point. But I think Magic has come a long way since Culling Ritual came out, and I think people can rebuild easily enough that I don't feel too bad about playing it anymore. What's Parker Luck? I think it's like Keen Duelist, right? At end step, 2 target players each reveal the top card of their library. They lose life equal to the mana value if the card revealed this way. Yeah, so you can make 2 people keenly duel, or you can just do it yourself with another player. So I think that's cool, but no, yeah, I was excited about this one because it's doing the same thing as Viridian Revel, but for 1 more mana. So yeah, I think Party Dude will hang around. Alright, we're getting close to, I think, how many cards I can add based on this cut pile I made. But we still have a few more to go. Goldvein Hydra, I mean, it does have haste. No, it requires it to die. I think that's asking too much. It's like kind of a bank. It's like a Hydra that's your bank account in a way. Like, when it pops, you get the treasures, but there's just no way to control when it will pop. And I don't like that in this deck. I want more control over treasure making. I like this one because you can put the counters on Evolution Witness with Vazi. But yeah, what's the downside here? I guess the downside is like I need to have Vazi in play, and then I would play this, and then it doesn't do anything until an opponent triggers it. And why would they then trigger it if not only do I draw a card, but I get to return a permanent from my hand to my hand? Like, I don't think I'm doing anything to get that much favor from my opponents. So I like it on paper, but in execution, I don't think it's gonna work as well as I want it to. There is Rocco Street Chef. I think this card will be good in Rocco Street Chef, and that'll be for another day because I have a Rocco deck, and this is in the ad pile for that deck. Cleopatra. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1 counter on each of up to 2 other target legendary creatures. So one of them could be Vazi, and then the other could just be like someone else's commander, or Cleopatra for that matter. And then whenever legendary creatures with counters on it dies, draw a card for each counter on it, and lose 2 life. It's 4 mana. I mean, you can load up a bunch of creatures with counters for sure. Is it, do you draw a card for each counter on it? Draw a card for each counter on it. So it's not like each kind of counter, it's just each counter. And then it's up to 2. So you could just put 2 counters on the same creature. That could be a lot of card draw. I think I like that. I'm gonna leave that in the ad pile. And then Rev is good. When 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token, then look at the top card of that player's library. And then it gives a creature death touch on attack, right? Let me count up how many cards I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I'm 4 under budget in a sense. Depends again on if I actually want to keep any of these in. Let me do a quick scan again. I think I'm fine with not these 2 maybe. Oh yeah, Obsessive Pursuit, Rise of the Dark Realms. Parker Luck's a no. And then Farseek and a Rampant Growth. I think Farseek could be nice because it gets me the Triome. Rampant Growth, it's nice, but I do have so much ramp already. We'll see. Let me look at Obsessive Pursuit. I think it's like cool because it could be a finisher. When you attack, put X+1 counters on target attacking creature where X is the number of permanents you sack this turn. If X is 3 or greater, that creature gets lifelink. That's a great ability. On top of that, you get a clue token on upkeep. I think that's also really good because I'll always have that as a thing to sack, or a thing to like draw cards. Like it's like a nice repeatable card draw source. So I think I might want that. I like it because it's like you can see it as good late game and early game. Actually, early game it's not really that good because you don't want to be using the 2 mana to crack a clue. But you can bank up a few clues, and then maybe like by turn 6 maybe, you might be needing to sack those clues to draw cards, so that's kind of cool. And then even if you just play it the turn it comes in, it can be good if you sack treasures. It doesn't need it. When a creature attacks, X number of turns you sack this turn. It will count sacks that happened before it came in too. So I think that's nice too. Anyway, okay, so that's that. That puts me to 10, I think. Does this deck want to Rise of the Dark Realms? If I'm playing over Spell Table 2, I think it might want to Rise of the Dark Realms. I think having finishing power is good because there's a lot of times with this deck, people ask like, okay, are you going to win with all that cool stuff you're doing? And I just genuinely can't. Unless they have a good enough board for me to cast one of these 3 cards. So at least with Rise of the Dark Realms, it gives me another way to potentially win. I think that's important. For that same reason, I guess maybe Profane Transfusion might have to stay. Yeah, Lock. I might want to add Lock in, and then Farseek and Rampant Growth I think are going to be maybes, and Abrupt Decay I think I should add in too, because I'm taking out so much removal. So that puts me at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, maybe 14 with the Farseek. And then I'm cutting, I think 13, right? 12 now. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? Okay. So yeah, now here comes the thinking part. I'm going to put aside these cards that I'm not going to be adding at the end of the day. How I can make this work, and if there's any cards that I change my mind about. I think the way to do this will be lay out all the ones I might be adding and then put them up against the cards I would be cutting. See if there's any discrepancies, and then do a quick scan through some of my piles that I have. Darn it, I'm gonna have to do a light overlap here. That I haven't looked, or that I'll like reevaluate some of the cards I originally wasn't going to cut and decide if there's any in there that I'll have to pull out from reserves to add to make it to even out this situation. Sudden Spoiling, Mayhem Devil, Nature's Claim, Redirect Lightning, RMS Titanic, Revel in Riches, Ancient Copper Dragon, Soulstone, Magda, Ragavan. Okay, so Ragavan I do have to cut for sure because I have 2 in the deck. Magda Hordemaster is bad because the treasures are tapped. So the reason it's in the deck, right, is because when you put a counter on a creature an opponent controls, that's committing a crime with Vazi's ability. So whenever you do that, you'll get tapped treasure. I guess the issue is like 1, they're tapped, and 2, if you play Magda before Vazi comes out, like it's just not doing much for you. It's not ramp. It's just a 2/2. Wand of Wonders, such a cool card. I think I'm gonna leave it in the deck actually. Prosperous Bandit has to deal damage, and you're playing it on 3, so it might never deal damage. That's an okay cut. Soulstone, I've never harnessed it. Even if I've had mana, I just never harnessed it. That might be a me issue, but yeah, so I don't know if I want Soulstone. Ancient Copper Dragon, I went over why I'm cutting that. These two I might want to keep in. No, the Crew 3 is tough. If I didn't have to Crew 3. Revel and Riches I might keep though. Redirect Lightning I think I'm fine to cut. These three are tough. Mayhem Devil is good, but I think for the reason I said earlier, I'm gonna cut. Sudden Spoiling, I'm already running 3 fog effects, so. But this does so much more than a fog. Nah, I think I gotta leave it in. Nature's Claim. Yeah, no, it's not doing enough. Okay, so now I'm down to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm down to 9 ads now. 10 with Revel and Riches. Yeah, I think I'll cut Revel and Riches. 10 cuts. What are the best 10 here? Corvold's 1. Glasses of Urza's 2. The Loom Tender's 3. Mastermind Plum is 4. Only Ritual's 5. Do you sense a pattern? All the most basic cards are getting added first. It's fine. 5. I'm thinking 6. I'm thinking 7. I'm thinking 8. And between all of these, I can only add 2. That's crazy. I don't think I'll get enough cost reduction to make Great Henge a playable card. And I'm already adding 1, 2, 3 pieces of card draw. That's not enough. I think the next 2 need to have some element of card draw. That's not possible though. The only 2 that come close to card draw are these 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it has to be Abrupt Decay because I'm cutting so much interaction. Yeah. And then do I want Ramp or Finishing Power? I think I need one of these 2 as Finishing Power. What would I cut here though? There's a Cleopatra over that. Dang, which one's gonna draw me more cards, right? Obsessive Pursuit or Cleopatra? Will Zuko or Cleopatra draw me more cards? I think I'm gonna add both. Screw the ramp, screw the finishing power. Screw the Final Fantasy dude. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why? Because these are fun cards. I think like I'm adding too many boring cards in the form of like Corvold, Bloom Tender, Culling Ritual, Up Decay. I think part of the magic and the joy of it is having like these beautiful looking, and these are real too. Like I do run a lot of proxies, right? As you can see, proxy, 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 real. Anyway, so yeah, I think like getting to show off the art of magic, like I really like the Assassin's Creed foil etched cards. So I get to show that off, and I think they did a nice job with this foil too. I think that's kind of cool. What is it even? Should I look? I don't even know what it is. There's a dragon in the background, and there's some smoke, and some Fire Nation lad who's like on the trail to figure it out. Yeah, dude, I couldn't tell you. But I think the important thing is they look cool, and it's a fun way to showcase some of the cool art cards in Magic. So yeah, okay, there's my 10 ads. Sad that I won't be adding a Rise of the Dark Realms, a Farseek, a Lock, or Grey Henge. Maybe, let me do a quick look through, see if there's anything I could cut that I would want these over those. Spiteful Banditry, Facebreaker, Ignoble Hierarch, 3 Visits, Soul Ring, Nature's Lord, Jessica's Will, Cheering Crowd, Descent of Avernus, Gimli, Pain Distributor, Ragavan, Cane Trader, Dragoon, Marching Duodrone, Generous Blunder. Pain Distributor is kind of bad because it's each turn, and I don't want to be giving an instant speed deck too much value. So, but it's such a cool card in Vazi. Okay, this one's a maybe. It's definitely the biggest looking red flag I could think of so far. This Grim Hireling would be another one. No, we don't mess with card draw pile. I'm over that. Removal. It's all good removal. We don't mess with that. If anything, call for aid, I guess. Or Profane Transfusion. No, I like this. Because I think one reason this card is sick is if someone is a problem, and someone else's board can kind of keep up with the problem, then you can borrow their board for a turn, take out the problem, maybe they have to chump block, and then the other player's board is neutralized, and then it kind of puts, it's like a good tempo swing in that way. Yeah. Sometimes Mob Rule isn't good enough. I think I would rather Call for Aid over Mob Rule, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Mob Rule is a mid one. And you can take that to the bank. Okay, so one more ad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cuts. 2 my 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 10. Okay, so great. Do I want card draw? Do I want treasure-based ramp? Do I want to get my Triome with Farseek? Or do I want finishing power? I think what I'm gonna do, just because I want to try out new cards, is cut Profane Transfusion for Rise of the Dark Realms and add in Lock instead of Farseek, because I think it's cooler in this deck than a Farseek. A Farseek is better, yes, but this is more fun for me and what my deck does. So yeah, Farseek and Grey Henge, sorry. It's gonna be Lock that's gonna be going in for Mob Rule or whatever for one of these. Yeah, so there it is. There's my ads, here's my cuts. This was a tough one. Yeah, sometimes trying to see where I put my pile of cuts. Whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah, usually I feel like I don't know, some cards, you know, I play the decks a lot and I'm like, okay, I remember this card not doing what I wanted, but this deck is it's really fun, and I feel like all the cards sort of already do what I want a lot of the time. So it makes it really hard to change. And maybe I am making mistakes by taking out some of these cards. That's entirely possible. Let me take one more look at them and see if I'm making a mistake. Twelve cuts. I feel like Mob Rule might be a mistake. I do think Mob Rule might be a mistake. And I think I'm trying to see if the wording on this is different from Viridian Rebel. Because I feel like there's something like when artifacts put into opponent's graveyard from the battlefield. No, it's the same wording. It's not a card, right? Because a token can still be an artifact going to graveyard. That's why I wanted to check. Okay. So... Right, because I think like Bloodchief Ascension tokens don't trigger it or something. I could be wrong about that, but yeah. Anyway, so what am I gonna keep Mob Rule in for? I do have so much ramp. distributor and leaving the mob rule. Or the face breaker. Face breaker. Or the generous plunder. It's going to be one of these three, I think. It's going to be the face breaker, the generous plunder, or the pain distributor. Sack a treasure, exile top card. This deck might actually make enough treasures like to do that ability. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may create treasure. I like that this one's on turn 2 though, versus these ones are turn 3. Man, I don't know, man. Look at the 4 greater ramp pile. Maybe Grim Hireling. Yeah, I think Grim Hireling or this. One of these two is going to go for mob rule to stay. When one or more creatures you control the common damage player, you control one or more creatures you control the common damage to a player, create 2 treasures. I think it's going to be Grim Hireling. Yep. Because this is sorcery speed too, so it's not even a guaranteed removal. Alright, there you have it. That was a good little save at the end. Watch me play mob rule in this upcoming game and be happy about it. Or, you know, watch the alternative. I have mob rule and it's not a good play. So I have a hand with 2 lands, a 3 visits, Viridian Revel, and Party Dude. I think I would only keep a hand with Viridian Revel and Party Dude if some of these other commanders are going to be sacking artifacts. I don't know what this guy's doing, but neither of these decks are. It's a lot of circumstantial card draw. I guess Kane Traitorous Dragoon's interesting because if I play it before I play Party Dude, you know, that might be the move. It would be like turn 1 play Party Dude, turn 2 play 3 visits, turn 3 play Kane, turn 4 level up Party Dude, and hopefully have other things to do by then. I like that I have like a guaranteed turn 1 through 4 and like I feel kind of good about it.
What are you playing?
Sorry, I'm playing Disinherited.
I do feel like it's a bit slower than what other turn 4s could be, but I am 2nd in turn order. So there are worse things to be doing if you're 2nd in turn order. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with this. I'll play Party Dude, so we all get a food token, and then if I level it up, it becomes Viridian Revel, and I'll pass turn.
Sunken Palace Town Pass.
I'll play a mountain and pass. Play a plains and pass.
Alright. Tap, draw, play a mountain, tap 2 for a 3 visits. 3 visits, good?
No, I will force a will. I'm just kidding.
No. Okay. I'll get a
Back
try.
in.
I'll pass.
Can't let that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap 2. It's capped.
Alright, so I drew a 3 visits and I drew a Wheel of Fortune and a call for aid. So cards that I don't really want to be playing yet.
you're in stuff, I'll flash out a Fairy Mastermind. Play a Swamp, pay 3, play Ravine. Let's go to combat. Let's go. Afraid of Ramp or Commander? We'll go, I guess, Ramp is next in turn order. We'll send Fairy Mastermind over at Shadowcroft. On attack, I will Connive. Draw. Discard a Faithful Mending, so it'll get a 1/1 counter. Faithful Mending is gain 2, draw 2, discard 2, and it has flashback for 3. Fairy Mastermind will be 3 damage. And I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Ooh, I hit my land drops all day long. Let's go. I'll play Kane Traitorous Dragoon. During my turn, it has flying. And when Kane deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of Kane. If they do, the person passing Kane, would draw cards equal to the damage dealt and make tap treasure tokens equal to the damage dealt and lose that much life. So it's kind of like, what's that guy called? The
Alexios.
The one where you tap it and you give it to an opponent and they draw cards. You know?
Alexios.
No, that's not it. What's that one where you tap it and you pass it to an opponent and they draw a card?
Transformer.
No.
Transformer.
What the okay,
Roman.
the one where you
Roman,
tap it and
you
an
tap.
opponent draws 2 cards. What's that one called again? It's the red creature?
Humble Defector.
Yeah, Humble Defector. So it's kind of like that. Because it's like when you pass it, the person passing it does the stuff, not the person you're giving it to. Okay? Is that clear?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Pass turn. Just because there's a lot of words on it, so I just want to make sure it's clear. Alright.
Okay. Throw that in my.
During my upkeep, I'll go ahead. Leave that on top.
Bro, I love the Indian music, but trying to explain over
Rivals encampment.
over people singing is hard. That's why I picked lo-fi, but it's fine. It's a good song. Yeah, I'm listening to a lo-fi playlist.
To my end step.
The Palantir.
Yeah.
I kind of want to pass it to Kane player because they can dive, and I think that's kind of funny because it could get bigger. So I think I might do that.
Your audio's kind of going in and out, Jimmy.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, I like that. I hit my land drops, and then if I attack with Kane, I get to hit more land drops. So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna be leveling up Party Dude.
Can you all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. So I'll scry one to the bottom and leave one on top, and let's just start with Rafine.
You can mill it.
Alright, it's an island.
What was
And
I
I'll
gonna
pass.
say? Yeah, I don't think this card is like Alexios. Kane is not like Alexios, because Alexios is you pass it and it has to attack each combat, and you care more about the damage being dealt. I think with Kane, you care more about
Actually, I should have let
Yeah.
you draw.
the trigger.
I was wondering, but
Yeah, that was kind of dumb on my part.
In regards to the Palantir, what they're talking about right now, I think you want to mill. You
Yeah,
want to make the
for
player mill with
flashback.
Palantir the first 3 turns. Oh, we're still talking about the Humble Defector Zuko. We got Zuko. I forgot cost 2. It's gonna be Firebending. When Firebending match versus an experience counters you have. Whenever you cast a spell during combat, you gain experience counter. I mean, he would love to have King too, for sure. This is just like get treasures, right? I think it's like you discard a card, you get treasures and draw cards. It's like Pirate's Pillage, right? Oh, interesting. Is this a storm count? Might have a storm count going. That's kind of funny. It's kind of intimidating because it's just turn 3. But hey, sometimes you gotta just keep track of your triggers and remember them. So I guess he's just doing that for like his own sake of clarity. Oh yeah, let me put in the cards I have in my hand now. I keep forgetting that I need to do that. So I have a Goldspan Dragon, a Viridian Revel, a Call for Aid, and a Wheel of Fortune.
No, I don't. I have to unlock.
Yeah, I think I'll be passing it to the Rafine player. I think that's kind of the most fun. Even though their deck is the scariest, I think that
Brina the Demagogue.
is also partially why I'm doing it, because they're the scariest.
Everybody played with Brina before?
I think it's like if you attack a player other than him, you draw cards and he gets +1 counters. That's kind of how it works.
We'll send the Fairy Mastermind. Go grab Big Papa. 2 attacks. There are 2 attack triggers. We'll draw first off of Brina, put 2 counters on Brina, and then I'll connive.
Can Brina put counters on? It doesn't matter. I think I'm gonna try to ask to attack him anyway.
Just discard a Raffine's Tower, so it'll just be 3 damage coming at you. And I will pass.
I think are we 1 turn ahead? I think I pushed spacebar too many times. 1 time. I'm gonna fix it.
Turn 4.
Yeah, okay, I fixed it in the sidebar. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, untap. That's what I was gonna say. I'll draw. Yeah, I don't really know. It's not like. I guess it is a deal, but I want to stress that like I'm not like. I don't get anything out of this, so it's not so much a deal in the sense of like I'm trying to ask for anything really, because I can just attack one of them instead. I just want to attack you because I think it's kind of funny that you could put the Brina counters and connive with it on your turn. So, like as I'm saying, I could attack them instead of you, but can I just attack you and it gets through, so that way you can have it and you will get more value out of it on your turn?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, as I said, it's not like I did the kind of deal where I'm like, hey, if I do this, I want something. It's just like I'm doing it because I think it's whatever. Anyway, yeah, so Kane attack, 2 damage coming at you.
I mean, you arguably curry favor with the other person on the board who has power, right?
I'm not trying to curry favor. I'm doing it because I think it's funny. I'll draw 2 cards and get 2 treasures.
Intentions are different from results.
Will play a Taiga. I will level up Party Dude. I will.
You draw your 2 cards as well.
I did, yeah, I did. I'll play a Keen Duelist, and I'll pass turn. So yeah, Party Dude's gonna be level 2. I have 2 tap treasures, and yeah, go ahead.
I will keep that on top and I'll draw. Good. Go ahead and let's play a Mystic Sanctuary tap, and then I'm just gonna tap Rini and cast them on.
So I think next turn I'm probably gonna be looking to play Vazi.
2 and step 1. No. I heard in just a second, but I'll go ahead and do that. Your trigger. 2.
Yeah. So I like that party. I
I'll
like
leave that one on top and that one on the bottom. And
Ooh, I think Call for Aid
So-
would be nice next turn.
Let's choose Zuko. You want me to mill or draw? And then I will pass.
You tried.
But will the Call for Aid resolve? No, I don't think it will. So what do I do from here? It's an interesting place to be. I think I'm gonna try to just start with the Wheel of Fortune, hope it gets countered.
I do have a blocker. I have my commander out. I'm looking for it right now.
I got him here.
Does she have like indestructible or something? She's a 2/2?
No. He's a 2/2.
Doesn't Zuko a first strike?
Yes, I didn't see. I didn't think he had it. So I'm still swinging out.
I mean, I did say that I was casting it. There it is.
No, I didn't.
And when you swing at him, you bring the trigger. So you will draw a card. I'll put 2 counters on for him. And I also have 3 Mastermind trigger.
So I'm taking 3.
The cool thing with Kane is whoever they're passing it to will get a lot more value. Let's go. That's what I always
Cost to cast this spell.
Yeah.
And discard.
I don't even know what they're doing. I didn't know there was a red spell that did that. What cycle was this? Was this Throne of... No, it was the Bloom Barrel, right? Bloom Barrel was when you did the gift and stuff. Target player draws 2 cards that gives a target creature and choice plus 2 life. I think this will be my fish. It's a shark. It's a little dramatic, but here's my 2 treasures. I got my little token army here. Yeah, I like what's going on so far. I have a land in hand too. I'm not missing my land drops. I think I give the mono red deck the Zuko trigger, or the King Duelist trigger.
2 for a Selfless Spirit. Nope, I'm done. I'm gonna reorder that. Tap 2.
How am I at 37? What happened to me? Oh, I got swung at by a 3/3
Legend
Mastermind. That's right. Dude, his deck is popping off so hard right now. It's like a blue farm deck minus the Crom and the Timna, but he's like,
Selfless Spirit.
this could be a Crom Timna game, the way he's playing.
Shredder. I will not. Discard.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna come in hot with the Wheel of Fortune and then just play it from there, see what happens. Do I care about the third mode?
Just discard planes, so no counter. We'll go to comp.
I think that third mode's kind of nice actually on the party, dude. Maybe I care about that.
We'll send Kane over at Shadow. That's to my pack. We'll send Fairy Map my pack off of. I'll have 2 Brina triggers and a Rafine trigger. We'll connive. Rafine's connive trigger will go on to Fairy Mastermind. Brina will put counters on herself.
a cool one.
Fairy Mastermind to get 2 colors. So 5 in the air coming at Papa, 2 in the air coming at Shadow.
You're not making Kane bigger for more draws and treasures?
I'm not. I guess that would have been a good idea, but no,
Lame. Okay, I'll take 2. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's not lame you're passing it back. I appreciate that. Thanks.
yeah. So I took it, so you'll put that back. I'll draw 2 cards, make 2. It's tapped treasures, right?
Yep.
There's 2.
So he's got 2 mana open. I think I pass it to Neardiv and then attack. How does Brina work? I mean, I don't really care too much about the Brina draw. I think if anything, game Brina triggers like a bad thing, so. But what can you do? He has so much card draw, it's nuts. I could do
But end step.
Wheel of Fortune and
discarding a land, Silent Hall Creeper, and a Linvala Shield of Seed. And then I will pass.
Okay, untap. And upkeep Keen Duelist is Zuko, we can duel. So you reveal your top card and I take damage equal to its result and you take damage equal to mine. Okay, sudden spoiling. So you'll take 3, I take 0. Cool to, you know, reveal I haven't sudden spoiling. That's definitely ideal. I'm gonna play a land, tap 3 using the 2 treasures, cast a Wheel of Fortune, try to just get a counter spell out of Rafine's hand.
How many cards does everybody have in hand?
Wait, before you do that.
I have 6.
Papa, how many cards do you have?
It's not so much that, it's that Rafine's been sculpting their hand, and I'm doing this to try to yield them. Because they have 7 very good cards. You're also really
Papa
quiet
has
though.
it.
Zuko, you're quiet. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. All good.
I do like my hand enough that I'll try to make you an offer.
That's actually pretty sick because I'm probably gonna try to play Vazi. So nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next up, I want Zuko to have more interaction to back up whatever they're gonna try to do. So I'm gonna send Kane at you so that way you can do its draw during combat, and then maybe that'll be good with your Zuko thing. Anyway, that's like neither here nor there. But for now, yeah, I am gonna attack you with Kane. Get 2 damage, and then the damage trigger will give me the 2 draws and the 2 tap treasures. Good. Okay, I'll draw 2 and make 2 tap treasures. I'll show it better in a sec. I'm gonna put it below the 2 untapped for now. I'll use 2 treasures and tap 3 like this and play Vazi, Keen Negotiator. Good? Okay, I'll tap Vazi. Zuko, you can have 4 treasures. Do something responsible, maybe, or not. You do you. I'll pass turn.
I'll untap this within. Go ahead and pitch that.
I was supposed to draw off a Fairy Mastermind.
This game's going pretty good, I think. I got a counter spell out of Rafine's hand, and I'm sitting on some good interaction. I've got a Rakdos charm and a
Let's go ahead
sudden
and tap.
spoiling. So I can't cast the sudden spoiling right now.
4/5. I'll cast a Throne of Eldraine.
And the blue player is just gonna ramp because
Negate blue. And
yeah. So they might just push for a win next turn if nobody stops them. Because I'm
then
fueling.
I'm just gonna go ahead and tap 4. I'll go ahead and cast Start the TARDIS to Surveil 2 and then draw.
They're just gonna try to combo
So I'll have a
under.
ledger shredder and a draw. A ledger shredder first. I'll draw first. And then I'll ledger.
So I think what's gonna happen is
I'm going to Surveil the Archmage's unit, and then I'll go ahead and draw.
they're
And
setting
then I'm
up.
gonna go ahead and
So I'll stop for a second.
2 floating. I'm gonna go ahead and cast the Start the TARDIS from my graveyard, and that'll trigger narrative, and we'll get a +1/+1 counter and draw. And I'll discard for the jumpstart cost a Winter Night Stories, and then I'll Surveil 2 again.
Yeah, they're just a combo deck, I think.
I'll go ahead and pitch both Rogue's Passage and a Catalyst Stone, and after that, I will just A1, cast an Unending Whisper, and pass.
Oh my.
Go land step. I'll have the Palantir, and
Yeah. So what's gonna happen, as I was saying, is like the mono red deck's gonna have to go at Rafine because I fueled them up a
I'll
bit.
leave both on top. And then, Vazi, do you want to have me mill or draw?
You can draw.
After like 2 counters, Palantir just becomes crazy.
Very fast.
Alright. Tap, and I don't have the. I'll just put this out there.
Yeah, so they're gonna go at Rafine. Rafine's gonna probably rebuild. They do have that Selfless Spirit. So it's gonna leave the mono red player kind of out of interact, like everything. And then Rafine's probably gonna have a scary turn. And then I'll be in a position where I'm like, I either have to deal with the
Pain for all. Enchanted creature I control. This war enters. Enchanted creature deals damage to its power to any other target. Whenever enchanted creature is defeated, it deals that much damage to each opponent.
that's not really what I wanted, but it's okay.
Draw second in response.
I need to use this Rakdos charm carefully. Like, what am I thinking right now with the Rakdos charm? I'm thinking I want to hit the Throne of Eldraine, I want to hit Rafine's Graveyard. Those are like kind of the two things I'm thinking of with the Rakdos charm right now.
So this thing have to swing back at you, Vazi? What's it doing? Kane, right?
Kane doesn't have to attack. That's why I thought Alexios was a bad comparison. You can just sit on it if you want. Like, you don't have to attack with it.
If it hits somebody, you lose it, and then you get treasures,
Yeah.
cards that lose life equal to the number.
Yeah. I should be
power.
4 life lower. Yeah. You lose life too, equal to the damage dealt. Yeah.
It's 1-1 combat. Also, back to you, Vazi.
But you also have a arena trigger, so you'll draw a card. Two counters.
What the heck am I supposed to do here, man? I think,
Suzuko's at 2/2.
Is that 2/2 first strike?
I think I will be doing the
And
call for
when it's
aid
dealt damage, it deals that much damage to each of your opponents.
Yes.
with Rafine's board trying to attack Nirdiv. Because I'm scared about what Nirdiv is doing. Which means I could then use the Rakdos Charm on Rafine
Yeah, I'll block it with Ledger Shredder.
on their turn.
It's a 3/5.
Yeah. They still might counter the call for aid because it's still a good play, which would then mean I would have to sudden spoiling on Nirdiv's turn, maybe. Hopefully I'll draw some cards with the party dude.
I forgot you had an instrument.
Did you draw your 2 cards and make your 2 tap treasures?
When it wasn't dealt damage yet.
Oh, right. That's true. Yeah. Does Rakdos Charm do anything cool with painful? Because I know that Rakdos Charm.
Your second spell's turn, Ledger Shredder up to 9. Draw.
Rakdos Charm does interesting things with
Discard Malcolm. So I'll get another counter.
dealt damage. Each creature deals 1 damage to its controller, so I can have it trigger for 1 damage. But like, why?
You draw your second card off.
This is unfortunate. Sorry, real quick, Rafine, I forgot, there was a Brina trigger when I attacked with Kane against Zuko, right? I forgot. You said, you announced it, I think?
He was the lowest life at that point. Or he was not the lowest life at that point, I think.
So may I draw that card from that trigger?
You wouldn't, there wasn't a Brina.
There was no, okay, got it, cool. Alright,
He was the lowest life, I think. You.
okay. Sorry for interrupting, keep going to go. Yeah.
It's alright. I'm gonna sack 3 of my treasures.
I'll draw 3 from Party Dude, which will trigger Fairy Mastermind. Wait, cards everywhere. Okay, sorry. Okay, I think the only good one I drew there was Cheska's Roll. Yeah, so that's nice. I don't think Rafine will have enough damage to kill everyone though on their turn. So I might be overthinking this. I think Rafine is like 2 to 3 turns away from winning. Unless they're a combo deck, and I don't think they are. I think they're just trying to kill people with creatures.
First strike.
Yeah, they're back to 4 damage.
So now we can proceed to damage.
Alright, so 8 tramples over 2. I take 2 commander damage. On first strike.
Oh, the interesting thing about the Rakdos Charm on the artifact though is I would draw a card because a part of
Soldier Shredder deals 4 damage to Zuko. Which I think kills Zuko, but we all take 4 damage, right?
discard draw 2, I think. You used a treasure? I thought you only had 4, and I thought you, Oh, you, oh, okay, got you, yeah. Alright. Card drawn.
Regular damage?
Steady, steady, Rakdos Charm.
It takes 4.
Those are some of the best cards in my hand. Careful about negative.
But Timmy would be away, so Timmy just needs to take 4.
No, I'm here. I took the 4 already.
Oh, I just...
What else could I do that would sort of like disrupt what Narrative is doing, but without killing them? Because if I did the call for 8, that puts them so far back. I think I would just try to do it in such a way where they're at like 4 life or something, and then maybe I feel safe. Yeah. Or maybe I do it in such a way where they're at like 1 life, and then I would have the Rakdos Charm if I need it. But I feel like with being higher in such, maybe it might be towards Zuko, but it shouldn't be, because Zuko's dead. So they shouldn't really be too scared of Zuko for a turn, because I don't think it's... Oh, but they probably have like a cantrip to give it haste, right? Maybe. Oh, it's experience counters, not storing, I was tripping. That's fluttering combat. Yeah, okay. That's kind of cool. Is that the fire crystal? Yeah. Okay, cool. So they do have haste, and Zuko costs less. Yeah, are they running swamps? What is going on? Am I missing something? That's a lot of red deck. I'm confused why I see a swamp there. Oh,
Timmy, you're tapped out, right?
Yep. Yeah, I am.
my least favorite thing to hear.
Go to combat now. So nobody has flying or reach blockers currently, correct? Trigger on everyone except for Shadow.
Nice, nice, nice. I didn't realize Brina could multiple trigger. It's interesting.
Let's go.
Brina's strong. I think I see some people put it in like Timnet X and CDH. I don't know if that's still happening. Or no, they don't, but I think they put it in blue farm, like Crom decks. Crom Timna, I think, plays it. Maybe Timna should or could. I'll think about it. I like Party Dude this game. Party Dude did a lot for me.
We'll go Ledger, Shredder, and Brina over at Shadow.
Yeah, it shouldn't be lethal. I think it's fine. It's like 8 damage, so I got 16.
Send Fairy Mastermind and Rafine over at Papa. Right? No, we want to send one. We'll split these two. So,
There's gonna be a lot of connives happening. I think next turn I would sudden spoiling, and then they'd all be 0-1s with like a bunch of counters on them.
alright, we'll send Rafine over at Fairy Mastermind at Timmy. These two at Shadow.
I like that he's showing me respect.
We'll connive onto Rafine, and we'll have 2 Brina triggers. We will resolve first. We'll Brina one of them onto Rafine, one of them onto Brina.
Yeah, I like them being shown respect with the
Draw 2.
attack of 8. It kind of makes me happy that
4 onto Rafine.
people don't see me as like a sus player here. It could also be because of the open mana, but oh well.
No. It's draw 4, discard 4.
How much mana is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
We're gonna discard Swamp, Swiftfoot Boots, Consecrated Sphinx, and Elishmar.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. Which one do I care more?
Rafine will get 3 more.
The Elishnorn could be bad. Right. Would the Elishnorn be bad for me?
Shadow, you have a total of 11 coming at you. Timmy, you have 5, and Papa, you have 10 coming.
11 would be 15 if he does something at instant speed, which he probably will.
Although I'm second. You know.
Yeah, no blocks for me.
Oh, such a horrible misplay. So upset with myself.
I'll wait for damage in case you want to instant speed bring bash Norn.
Oh.
Okay.
No effect before damage.
Okay. Down to 13. What the heck am I gonna do about this guy? I think just try to flush out spells from his hand would be the move. Yeah, you kind of overthought it by shooting the
I didn't. I needed to get rid of the spirit, but
The spirit.
I did it out of space. So
all good.
I should have.
You're not dead yet. I wonder if Neardiv is going to combo us out on their turn. Maybe.
Guess we'll see if there's a counter spell.
Yeah, so I think if they're going to bring back Sphinx, I don't stop it because them having Sphinx helps them deal with Neardiv, and they've already attacked, and it seems like, yeah, they're just trying to win through combat. So I feel like I don't stop whatever thing they're doing if it brings back Sphinx or Norn. Yeah, I think I just sit on my Rakdos Charm and I crack a food token. Yeah, that's crazy, but I think that's what.
Attempt to Path to Exile Neardiv.
You're ramping
Okay.
them. That was a good play. I think that was really heads up. He's so far ahead that he can just like use his interaction like that. And
Who are you trying to get the counterspell from?
oh, Timmy's
trying to
salty.
see if you maybe had like a fierce guardianship or something. 5.
No, I don't have any free spells in the stack. There's actually no game changers, so.
I'll just try to overload a cyclonic rift.
I'll cast it once turn.
Oh. I'll draw a card with Party Dude. No trigger from Party Dude triggering Fairy Mastermind because this will be the first. Do you want to respond on top of the trigger of Party Dude, or do you want to let me draw a card first?
I guess I could say my treasure. Is the Party Dude a May?
Why would I not draw a card whenever? It's not a May.
Alright, I'll sack a treasure for.
Get that trigger? Yeah, sure. So you want me to draw 2 cards with a Tybalt's Trickery on the stack, like before you respond to Tybalt's Trickery?
I'm trying to decide. I think I will not.
You're risking me drawing my own interaction.
Yeah. No, I won't take the trigger. So you can draw your card.
But you do want me to draw 1 card, because you could respond to this trigger.
Yeah, but I think that.
Okay. You're in luck. It was not a Tybalt's Trickery. I don't run it.
So then, do you want to roll it a 3 or what do you want to do?
Oh, you're laying it resolve on a Cyclid? Whoa.
Yeah, I don't have a copy.
Whoa. Yeah, you milled
So I
it.
mill 3.
You're gonna mill 3 and
Yeah, Void Rend and Lightning Graves, and then I flip till I hit any not.
Yeah, the first non-land card gets cast.
Siren Storm Tamer.
Oh, nice.
What happens to the other cards? They go to the bottom?
Yeah.
bottom.
Whoa.
Oh, then nice that one.
I'm just slamming a Tybalt's Trick or a Rift with no counterspell back. You mad lad.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting the red player to have too much trickery. Everybody's tapped out. I was like, if Timmy had another free counterspell, that's fine. We'll sack a treasure for white. You can draw your card.
And then you'll draw a card too, yeah.
Is the Siren Storm Tamer a cast?
Yeah, off of Tybalt's Trickery, yes, you're casting it.
So that actually gives me a connive trigger first.
No, you did
I will
path
do
you did path and then psych, so you should have gotten the connive on your psych rift. But it's still the same thing, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll just missed it.
Yeah.
So I'll draw white. I'll play Sarah Ascendant. Just go to end step and have to discard.
Okay.
Discarding 2 land or a land arcane signet black market connections.
I'm gonna go to untap.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to upkeep. I'm gonna do the Keen Duelist trigger. I mean, Zuko, do you want the draw? Because I don't want to, like, your life total is low, but I feel like also...
Sure. Give me the draw, that's fine.
You want it? Alright, let's do it. Dual time. Crime Novelist.
The redirect lightning.
Yeah, I'll take 1. You'll take 3. Crime Novelist is cool here, but I only have 2 treasures.
Does King Duelist put it into your hand or draw it?
Good question. I think it puts it into hand. You put the card into your hand. Yeah. No draw trigger. Well, yeah, I mean, not yet, but, you know.
Yep.
I'll go 3 for... Oh, yeah, because you probably don't have thing. Zuko, how many cards do you have in hand? I have a Jessica's Will. I want to know.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You have 7, and then you've 7 at the moment, Rafine. But if I do things to get you more cards, then that might be good.
Correct.
Nah, that's overthinking it. I'm just gonna get my 7 mana and be happy. Yeah. Jessica's Will targeting Zuko. Good?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll get my 7 red and exile the top 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a Pain Distributor or Ragavan and Descend to Avernus. So I could just use all 7 for that, but nope. I'll use 5 of it for a Mana Geyser.
And the second spell for turn, I'll connive.
Yep. Coming down 2 red at the moment. Mana Geyser good?
I got 6.
11. How many do you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12 plus 5, 17. On top of the 2, I'll just do 19. Get rid of that. There we go. Okay. Could do this one, good enough. Crime Novelist first, down to 16. Sack the 2 treasures for... I'll do 1 green and 1 black, and then that'll give me 2 red. Back up to 18. I should probably do that first, yeah. Stinging Study, using a black and 4 red, down to 14 red. I'll draw for 5, lose 5. Getting low. 1, 2, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, there's one of them. That's what I'm talking about. I'll cast a Mob Rule. Get your board. I think all of it. But then Sarah Ascendant will shrink when I get it, but I think I get it still. 4 or greater. So yeah, that'll put me down to 8 red.
It's CMC for...
Power 4 or greater.
You would not get 6, right?
Power 4 or greater. I think that's your whole board.
Oh, 4 or greater?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can you tell me the total power? Because that might just be game, but I should probably know.
4, 7, so 11, 12, 17, and 10 is 27.
Okay, so 27 power, and then how many times would I connive? Is it equal to attacking creatures? I forgot.
Yeah.
How many creatures do you have?
Well, you're going to get 5 of them.
Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8.
But then you have your own creatures,
5.
obviously, too.
This one can't attack. It was too small when I cast Mountain, so it would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 connive triggers. They could potentially get 9 bigger, so that would be 9 creatures getting 9 bigger. So that would be...
Oh, well, you only get 1 creature that gets 9 bigger.
Oh, okay. So it would be 27 power plus 9 is 36. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. The fish is a 0-1. I think.
1-1.
Okay, so it'd be 43 potential power. I mean, I would probably take out you and then try to get narrative low. Okay, I think I need to cast some more spells then. Okay, I'll cast a Goldspan Dragon with 5, so that puts me down to 3 red. I think I would just do Facebreaker. Yeah, Facebreaker. 3 more red. So I have 1 green left and 3 mana. I probably want mana so that way I can like, do things maybe second main. Okay, I'll go to combat. You say 27. I think I would just go that 27 at narrative, and then I will go the rest at you. So your board is going to go at narrative, and then my board is going to go at you. That's going to be 5, 6, 7, plus 4, that's 11. Yeah. You're gonna take 11 and I'll have a few triggers on attack. The first attack trigger is Goldspan's gonna give me a treasure.
Y'all have a good night.
You too. The next trigger is Connive. So draw 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Discarding.
What are you typing onto before you look at your cards?
Oh, okay, what's that?
You have to choose what you're conniving onto.
Well, it's obviously not going to be king because I don't want to die here. Maybe Goldspan Dragon? No, I should do my untapped creature even though it's on the ground. Oh fuck,
No,
I'm
it
an idiot.
has to be an attack.
Oh, it has to be. I was like, I could have done the shark and then the shark could have attacked too, but it's fine. Because I don't think it can block anyway. I'll just do Keen Duelist, I guess. Yeah. No, Goldspan. I'll do Goldspan. So 9 triggers on Goldspan. Or, well, no, undecided amount. I'll draw my 9 cards. Let's see, I'm going to be getting 2 treasures, then I'd have 3 treasures, and each one sacks for 2, so I'd have potentially 9 mana with treasures. It's a lot of options, but... I kind of got to look out for, like, my board. So I'm thinking about what cards I want to keep here. 5. Maybe I'm casting that might be 6. I don't think I can cast these anymore, so... Maybe I want to keep that, and then maybe I want to play a land for a turn, so maybe I want to keep, like... Probably the bounce land. No, I should do an untapped land, yeah. Okay, so I have the 7 I'm probably going to be wanting to keep. Maybe 8, assuming I can play one of these cards second main. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can give it 6 counters. I'm going to discard a Reanimate, a Black Market Connections, a Mastermind Plum, a Lock Treasure Hunter, a Corvold Faker's King, and a Viridian Rebel. So that's going to be 6 counters. And then I'll do 3 lands. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So you'll be taking...
I'll declare Siren Storm and we're blocking you. Play both again.
Oh my god. You can do that. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. You'll take 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and I shouldn't have attacked with Vazi because now I can't weaponize Zuko to help. It's fine. Okay, so you'll take 7 then.
Alright, take 7.
And
I
I'll
think
gain...
Zuko's got to be more worried about you than me.
My attack was with your board, so I don't know. I'll net lose 1 life, draw 2 cards, get 2 tap treasures, pass Kane to Zuko. These guys are tapped. I'll get 2 more treasures on attack or on damage from from professional facebreaker triggers.
You don't get to pass Kane to Zuko, it goes to me.
Because I attacked you, right? Okay, got it. My bad. Yeah. There was a Brina trigger or no? Because I attacked someone.
You would have gotten 1 Brina trigger, I think.
I guess whatever creature you didn't block. Oh no, it's on attacks. Let's say I would have just pumped probably the Goldspan realistically, because I forgot that you had a blocker for it. But I do draw a card from that, right? Yes. Okay. Yeah, what's your highest toughness?
Toughness?
Yes, sir.
13. Well, my highest toughness is currently 4, which is King. That's the only thing I control.
Sure, but what's your highest toughness? It's 13, and it's
14.
Rafine?
It'd be Rafine, yeah.
I don't think I can do what I want with that. So then it would probably be backup plans. Ooh, that's a good backup plan. Okay. I like this. I'm gonna use 2 treasures. Wait. Let me just do them one at a time because I think a few things happen with it, right? It's gonna be like crack a treasure, add 2 mana because of gold span. I think the mana has to be the same. Yeah, 2 mana of any one color. I'll go red, I guess, because what I'm casting is red anyway. Then Crime Novelist. And then I'll do 1 more treasure and the same thing. So I'll have 6 red in the pool. And then I'll tap Badlands and cast a Reckless Endeavor. I'm gonna roll 2 d12s. One result equals treasures, the others equals damage. Is that good?
I got it.
Okay. Crime Novelist is a 6 toughness creature. Goldspan will live not no matter what. Oh yeah, no, Goldspan would die if I rolled 12. I'm thinking if I want to crack a treasure now to make Crime Novelist 1 bigger before I... No. I already asked if there's responses. Okay, I'm gonna go to game and then actions. Roll d12 and you're gonna see it on your screen. I'm gonna do it twice, okay? The first one is a 9. The second one's a 5. What on your board would die if I dealt 9 damage to all creatures?
Arena, everything but Griffin would die.
And then my board would die too. Or I could get 9 treasures. What would I do if I had 9 treasures? If I had 9 treasures. I think I want 9 treasures. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do 5 damage to all creatures.
Kill Fairy Mastermind, Sarah Ascendant, and Gain.
Do any artifact creatures die here for you?
No.
Okay, just wondering because of the, the party dude.
Yep.
Okay. What a crazy turn. I like this. I like this for me. I'll get 9 treasures. I will remember I have these spells for what it's worth. Okay. This deck would really only win with like insurrection effects, so am I gonna win this turn? No, but it's gonna be another few minutes, so bear with me while I do cool things, hopefully. I'm gonna play a land now just to like get that out of the way, so I don't like have to worry about that later. I think that's fine to do that. I'm gonna play... What is this? This is my Cane tap treasures. Okay, let me think.
You take the king damage as well.
We can say no. I feel like I might have, but it's all good if I do.
It doesn't. I don't see 2. I see you went from 7 to 6.
Okay.
So.
To 7 to 6. Whatever. I did. Because I gained 1 from Sarah Ascending, so I net lost 1.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I think I just want to do the cool thing and then figure it out. Okay, so I'm gonna use 3 treasures. That's 3 times on Crime Novelist. To get somewhere in there 3 green for Reshape the Earth, but it's net gain 9 mana for it, and then because I gold spin on Crime Novelist. So I'm gonna get 10 basics out of my deck. I'm gonna use 1 more treasure, with 1 of the mana being green for Valgate Recovery to get the Wheel of Fortune. I could get the mana, no, I'll need Mana Geyser. Yeah, so, yeah, okay, I think it is that. No, but my hand has all the answers. Pause on that play. One treasure back here. Do I want that for that? I have all the answers. Yeah, I don't think I need to do that. I'm gonna go get my 10 basics and then think about the next play after that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, I'm alright up here if Papa does. I don't really want to sit here and watch you play solitaire.
5, 6, 7,
For me to wait it out, I can't.
9. One of the lands is gonna be a Bajuka Bog for you.
Yeah, it's just late and you don't seem to have a line on how you're gonna win. So.
It's Fog on your turn and then cast Insurrection next turn. Does that sound like a good line to you?
I mean, it's a line. I can't can't promise that it's going to win the game, but I'm okay just scooping it up as it goes.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna scoop, you're saying it will work. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's how I'm telling you I'm gonna win.
But you try to dig through your deck, so I'm fine either way. If you want to play it out, we play it out. If Zuko doesn't think he's got anything on his turn, then I'm okay just saying you win.
I don't want to scoop.
3, 4, 5,
Okay,
6,
then we
7,
play it
8,
out.
9, 10. Okay, so 10 lands, one of them is Bajukabog for you, Rafine.
Sure.
Okay, and then I think I want to do a. All creatures have 5 damage marked on them. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Spiteful Banditry for. You said 16 is your highest or 13? I forgot.
13.
Okay, so they have 5 damage, so I can do it for 8. So I would sack
Wait, where'd you go?
3 treasures. 1, 2, 3. And then this goes up 3 higher. So, and then 1 more there, and here. I'm doing x equals 8, 9? Yeah, I'm doing x equals, no, it'd be 10, yeah, because intervals of 3, and then the way, yeah, x equals 10.
Okay, that wipes your board as well, right? Or is Spiteful Banditry only up opponent's creatures?
I'm doing it right now. So I think Goldspan dies. I'm looking at this. This has 10, 13 toughness. This would die too, because it was in play when I cast the other thing. Yeah. So everything's gone. I get 1 treasure.
Like when you were line to win is
Yeah, considering you said that you have an answer for it, I'm like, why would I do that? So.
Oh, I
pivoting.
don't have an answer for it.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
might try.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards in hand, 4 treasures, 3 mana untapped. I think I can go to
Go ahead and
discard
answer
now.
for-
All good, brother. It will be discarding a Wheel of Misfortune. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna discard a Wheel of Misfortune and 2 lands, and I'll pass turn. All right, didn't expect to get that far. What enabled that? I think it was the Stinging Study. So I have a Rakdos Charm, a Sudden Spoiling, and a Tangle. Rakdos Charm, Sudden Spoiling, Tangle. Balagad Recovery, Call for Aid. Balagad Recovery, Call for Aid.
Two things in place.
Yeah, no, I have a response with the trigger on the stack. A Sudden Spoiling would cut under the trigger, right? Because of split second.
Well, it doesn't remove the stack, right? It just can't add things to the stack.
Yeah, you would want a sudden spoiling before he goes to combat. That way it takes away the haste.
You sure about that? Like, are you certain, or are you just saying that because I'm Arch Enemy?
No, I just think. Well, I mean, I'm just confused why you wouldn't do it that way.
Because I was struggling to unmute in time to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think once the trigger's on the stack, the trigger's on the stack. Like, it would take away his abilities after that, but the trigger would still result.
I was moving fast, so I was casting.
Yeah, I was muted at putting in cards into a template I have on OBS to show what cards I have in hand when you were doing your turn. But to be fair, yeah, I would like to sudden spoiling to stop it. I believed I could have done it in response to the trigger, but if I can't do it in response to the trigger, then yes, I would like to do it before you go to combat.
It's totally fine.
Okay.
It's fine. So
Cool.
0-2 outlaws.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I'm gonna pay 4. Cast it, invoke Calamity. And cast substitute 2 instant melee sorcery spells with 1 mana play. 6 rolls from the graveyard and
Yeah. I will respond to that with a Rakdos Charm, targeting you.
What does that one do?
Exiles your graveyard.
Cast, let's see. Three sorceries. I knew you had said spoil, but
Yeah. When you give people treasures, you gotta have instants to back it up.
if I had that 6 mana. That's alright. I'm gonna play. I guess I'll play. How many cards do you need? Everyone's hands.
5.
8.
Okay, I'm not gonna cast anything. Just a waste of mana. I'll pass a turn.
Yeah, I do think you guys can kill me between the two of you. So I think you were right not to scoop.
Yeah. Let's see those.
Game got a little spicy. Maybe I should have let them scoop, you know? I don't think I can win if they'd scoop. I guess it's because it feels bad to have a game end in a scoop when I'm trying to show how cool the deck is. But it's a lot less cool to win a game with a scoop than win a game. But this is what I mean. This is why I thought about putting in more finishing power, because the deck just doesn't have the finishing power it needs. It just can drag a game out, which I don't think they want this game dragged out. But it's all good. Maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll figure something out.
Just trying to see how you just went on your turn.
I have so much mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 lands. What can I do with all that mana though? Level up Party Dude, I guess. I should have used the treasures to play the Pain Distributor and the Rack Van, now that I think about it. Before I lost them, right? What did I do instead? I think I used Rakdos Charm? I don't know.
Or a mischievous mystic. Faster.
Alright, tap and draw. Play a Rakdos Carnarium, return the Bajuka Bog to my hand. Play style, get recovery, return a card from my graveyard to my hand. Good.
What do you
I would like to get a. Do I say on cast?
You have to declare target.
Okay. I would like to get a Wheel of Fortune. Good.
I would just, I mean, yeah, I response. Bolt Structure is my only trick.
Rafine. Oh, you're doing that. Sorry, I was looking down. Got you. You can speak too, bro. It's okay.
I already said no response.
Okay, all right. I would like to cast a Wheel of Fortune. I'm looking at the screen now if you want to do the Q thing.
Let's go first priority.
Yeah.
You have no response?
I don't have a response. I'm tapped out.
I'll attempt to cast a Dawn's Truce Gifting Papa card.
Nice. I'll respond to Dawn's Charm with a yeah, like the gift being promised on the stack right before they draw. Is that a thing I can do?
I believe it's part of casting and quest.
Alright, they can have they can draw a card. All good. Beast Within on the fairy creature you have Rafine.
Sure.
I get a what's it called? A treasure because of Spiteful Banditry. Yeah. You get a beast. Any other responses to Wheel of Fortune?
We're wheeling?
What does it sound like?
I think so. I'll discard a Bajuka Bug, a Call for Aid, a Tangle, and a Generous Plunder. What are you guys discarding? What?
Shatan, Hoarding Broodlord, Abhorrent Oculus, Land, Victimize, Kanji.
Nice. Well, Broodlord's good. Broodlord is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana.
If you have a reanimate, commit it.
I mean, Broodlord's just good in general. Actually, would not be good. It would kill me, but I get the sentiment. Zuko will kill me next turn, so I should probably stop that. But if I do that, would Rafine kill me? No, they would get back their Broodlord probably with a reanimated spell, and then find something with haste maybe. Okay.
I don't know that there's anything in these colors that has haste. Maybe there's some black creatures that have haste.
Zuko, is there a way to stop, like, okay, so you go to combat before attacks you're in combat, your commander is stopped, like you're killed or whatever, you know? Would that, like, before it attacks but in combat, my point is you can't like replay it and attack again and like, and still
Yeah,
go.
you can. So you can allow him to go to combat and then respond before moving to declare attackers.
Okay.
That's a trick.
Okay. So I could do that. I'm gonna play Alchemist Talent for 4 treasures, or for 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 2 tap treasures, and then I can level it up and make my treasures tap for additional mana. And then I'm gonna, yeah, no, because you could run like bolt bend effects. Yeah, I should just make it so you have to how much does Zuko cost at this point? It's died once, right? So it costs 6. Okay.
Yeah, the whole costs 5.
It would cost 5. Oh, Fire Crystal, right? Yeah. And then you would attack me, and I have no blockers. and you might have a lot of mana that you could do cool things with. I think I need to just keep my mana up then, so I'm gonna pass. I see. Yeah, that's good. My time has come. I'll respond. I would like to Chaos Warp Zuko. You may.
Still shuffle.
Yeah, you still do the thing. Yeah, yeah. You don't have to. Yeah, okay,
It does say shuffle.
yeah. You're.
Yeah, even if you put it in the green zone, you still shuffle.
I'm just saying.
It's a haste magic, so it just stay at the top right.
Yeah, I think only permanents. Yeah.
I'll pay 3 red, cast Seeding Soul. 5 red. Is that it?
Yeah.
I'll cast Zuko.
Yeah.
I'm going to combat.
I will use 2 treasures and so you can enter combat, but you will not attack yet. Okay.
Yes, you're
Well,
before attack declaration.
yeah. I think I'm cooked either way. Yeah, I might be. Do you have a haste enabler in graveyard, like an instant that gives a creature haste?
And if you're like trying to beast within type effect on Zuko, the fire crystal, I guess is
Yeah.
fire crystal only red?
Fire crystal. So I have Beseiju, and what I'm trying to do is, do I do that before you enter combat, or if you're at the beginning of combat but you haven't attacked yet, and I hit fire crystal, then you cannot attack with Zuko? Is that correct? Once you're in combat.
Correct.
You won't have haste if you get rid of fire.
Okay, I would like to try to do that at the beginning of combat.
Okay, so you're discarding Procedure.
Yeah, channel, yeah.
You don't have to pay your red.
You
cast
do
Reader.
have that, that's right, you do have the redirect. I mean, yeah.
Getting an experience counter.
Nice. I will go.
Also, destroy.
Oh.
Change it to Alchemist Talent.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I think I'm dead here, so maybe you redirect it to something you have that doesn't matter to ramp yourself, but I don't know if you have anything that would matter.
Are you dead?
Land Praetor's Council.
There's only 5 damage on board, is all I'm saying.
Okay, I think I'm dead, but that's all I'm saying. Okay, anyways.
I'll just target. Yeah, that's fine. Then I will.
I'll go get a land with a basic land type. Like, he has Past in Flames, right? Like, surely he can cook.
Let's see.
Yes. Yeah.
Savage Meeting in blind for 6.
Oh,
Strike and additional combats phase.
nice, dude. Nice. The master shit.
So what are we doing?
I think he's gonna kill us both.
So he gets double strike and you get an extra combat.
A double strike and I get additional combat after this one.
Yeah.
So I don't think I kill both. I think I kill you though.
Oh, for sure me, but yeah.
So you played it with this point.
Yeah. Yeah, with additional cost of firebending.
I'm trying to think if no, I didn't get a treasure this turn from Spiteful Banditry, but nothing would triggered it.
So you'll take 4.
Double strike? It's only 4, or is it 8?
It's a 2/2.
Oh, it's only a 2-2. Okay, yeah, I'll take 4.
Let's see. And then we'll go to the next combat phase. We'll see what we get. Getting 8 red mana at you.
Yep.
Yeah, so you take the 4 additional.
I'm gonna see out the end of his turn and then head out, I think. I want to see what else he has. And then I'll do a post-game chat.
So I guess I'll just kill him. And then I will have to pass the turn.
Alright, GG guys, bye. Honestly, that was kind of ideal, except for when the guy got a little salty about me doing too much and not winning, which is a repeated pattern with this deck, I would say. So maybe something I need to fix, that solitary aspect without winning, where I would do cool things, but other people have to watch. I get that sucks, and I don't love that for them. I do think the native player had to die that turn. I think that they were setting up with their blue mana too much, so I think that was the right play. But yeah, let's go over misplays, because I think there might have been a couple. It was on that post combat. I think my attack was okay. Maybe it was a little rushed. Maybe I could have swung a little differently and still had damage to kill Neardiv. No, I think Neardiv had to die in the combat, and I didn't want to like get too nuanced with it. So maybe I dealt 2 excess damage that I didn't really have to do. Whatever. Maybe there's a world where I don't attack with Vazi and I tap it and I give someone treasure, but no, I don't think I had enough interaction to stop someone after doing something like that. So those 2 aspects were not misplays. Let me see if Party Dude could have done something. When one or more of your opponents are attacked up to one target attacking. No, I didn't have the mana to activate it when I attacked, so Party Dude wouldn't have done what I needed it to at that time. These guys were in exile with Icheska's Will. And I'm trying to re-establish what I had going on. Wait, where is it? It was a Descent into Avernus also. That's not important. Alright, what's important is I did a mob rule and I had a board that could have swung for 50 something damage, and I forgot that he had the Siren Storm Tamer, and the Siren Storm Tamer had the block there. and that sucks. I connived a bunch. I drew some cards. What did I get? I played a Spiteful. I played a Stinging Study. I played a Mana Geyser. I played a Jeska's Will. I played a Reshape the Earth, and I got 10 lands. I kind of rushed through getting the lands. I probably would have gotten like Beseju and Bajuka Bog, and then 2 bounce lands, and gotten the Beseju and the Bajuka Bog back to hand. Probably Alchemist Talent. Maybe I didn't need to cast that. I knew that he was going to have some redirect effect when I passed with the Chaos Warp and the Beseju, and I knew there was probably an odd chance I could make it work, but I still had to try. Yeah, I cast a Wheel of Fortune when I had a Tangle in hand, knowing that Tangle was probably the only way I stopped the mono red deck, so that was potentially a misplay. But my hand was Tangle, Call for Aid, Bajuka Bog, Generous Plunder, and like a land. And I don't really think that was a good hand to keep. I think a Wheel of Fortune was doing more for me. In a way it kind of was, because it drew me into a Beseju and a Chaos Warp and an Alchemist Talent. What were the biggest misplays? We could go turn by turn, right? I think my first 4 turns were clean. Leveling up Party Dude, playing 3 visits, getting out the Kane attacks. For some reason they kept passing me back Kane. That was cool. Playing Vazi, weaponizing the red player against the Rafine player, so they kind of went back and forth, which bought me a turn to stabilize and catch up to both of them. That was all good. It all led to me having this turn that was perfect, right? They did the Psych Rift and it got countered, and then I got to have this turn. All the setup was like cinema, right? Like exactly like how I envisioned this deck doing its thing. I could have sat on the Call for Aid and the Tangle, maybe. Not knowing what cards I draw into, like that's decent. Maybe that's the play. I'm trying to think if there's no card draw here though, is the issue. I needed the card draw. I could have gotten back the Stinging Study, I guess, and drawn 5 and lost 5 life and been at 1 life, but that's pretty risky too. This Balagad Recovery. Maybe I could have gone for like a... I think I should have just sat on my hand with these cards and played it slow instead of trying to like rush out the Wheel of Fortune. Like I think I was the tempo player, and then doing this allowed them to reset the tempo. So yeah, I do think getting back the Wheel of Fortune might have been a little bit of a misplay. I could have gone for Jeska's Will instead, actually. That might have been the better move. And then yeah, the Spiteful Banditry did take out the Goldspan Dragon and the Crime Novelist, but I already had the big turn and I had my 10 lands, so I didn't really need these, so I wouldn't say that was like really a misplay. Because if I let that guy attack with his board, like the Connive and all that, like he's gonna have so much card draw that I don't think it would have been good for me. So I had to wipe his board. His card draw engine was better than mine. I could have sacked some treasures to Professional Facebreaker. I think that might have been a misplay now that I'm looking at that. And then maybe playing Corvold. Yeah, so I think a better play would have been play Corvold, sack treasures with Facebreaker, draw a card, exile a card, draw a card, exile a card. Do that like 5 times and then go from there. Instead, I was trying to just rush it too much and double board wipe and do all this stuff. And yeah, so what's the lesson here? I think the lesson is trust the process, trust in my deck. If they want to scoop, they can scoop. No one's stopping them. I was already going fast, faster than I think a lot of people would be able to handle their triggers. In the end, I guess my speed was kind of my downfall. But yeah, no, I'm really happy with the upgrades. This game, from the cards I added, we got to see... What did we get to see? Let's see. We got to see a... We got to see a Lock and a Mastermind Plum, but I didn't cast either of them, which is kind of rough. Let's see. We saw a Corvold and I didn't play a Corvold. I'm sensing a pattern. What else did I add? I think it's just Party Dude is what I was looking for, right? Yeah. So Party Dude, definitely put in work. What was I gonna show? All these small things, right? Like they're good, but I think it's just you want a hand with like 2 to 3 of them. Like it's not so much that these weren't good cards. It's just that I drew them on a turn when I was doing things that were much scarier and I had to be more economical with my mana. So it's not like these were bad cards. Like I do think these are all serving their function. It's just I didn't draw them when I needed to. I drew this one instead, and this one was great. I don't know if I'm always going to get past back game, but I think that's fine. I think if other people are attacking with him, that's fine too. Reshape the Earth did do something cool, so I think I'm happy that play happened. And I think it's interesting because I was just like, looking at this and like, I guess it makes me think maybe that other 9 mana one might be good too. Maybe I should find a way to put back in Profane Transfusion. And then yeah, Corvold I would say I should have played and I didn't play, so I'm glad I added it even though I didn't play it. Yeah, and that's that. So whether you watched this for the upgrade or you watched it for the gameplay, or whatever else you're up to, I don't know. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you learned, I don't know, what would you have learned? I hope you either learned that Vazi is a cool commander and that you can do some pretty fun stuff with it. I hope you learned that it's important for a deck to have finishing power. And maybe I hope you learned stuff about like threat assessment or whatever. I mean, one thing about threat assessment, I will leave you with this, is never trust them on a blue deck. I killed them on that one turn, and I don't regret it because I don't know what they were cooking. So maybe you can learn that from this. But yeah, have a good rest of your day or night. Peace.